What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video. I'm Michigan Sports Talk here. In this one we talk about head coach Sherrone Moore as he talked about the quarterback criteria for the starting position, plus Kirk Campbell talks about the playmakers on offense, how he'll be using them. Also Rod Moore previews potential breakout players as they all talk to on 3 in the Wolverine at the NIL Champion Circle Golf Classic event on Tuesday. We also got some recruiting news on the 5-star wide receiver Jerome Myles, top 100 receiver Andrew Marsh, and 4-star cornerback Jaden Sanders as Michigan looks to close with them over the weekend at the barbecue at the Big House. And we go over the huge recruiting weekend coming up for Michigan at the barbecue at the Big House. It's all going to be in this video and more, so let's go ahead and get right into it. Alright, so I wanted to start this video by talking about Michigan head coach Sherrone Moore as he actually joined on 3 in the Wolverine live from an NIL event, the Champion Circle Golf Classic, which was held today in an effort to raise NIL money for Michigan. There's also big donors and former players there. There's auctioned items that'll be there that include signed memorabilia. So a big NIL event today for Michigan there, and did talk about multiple things in the interview, but he did talk about the new faces and said everybody from the coaches and the new players not necessarily getting comfortable, but they're getting adjusted to what the culture is. They're getting adjusted to how we do things. I think for us, anytime you start to adjust to things and you can make those adjustments, it's huge for you, for the program, huge for the players and the coaches. And he did say that for me, it's really been about the players and the team. I haven't asked like what stamp I'm going to put on it. It's not about me, it's about the kids. So what stamp do they put on it? It's really what it's going to be all about, not about what I do. But I did say that these guys have been so aligned, attacking everything, and it seemed like a seamless transition because the leaders have done such a really good job of taking that baton and really just leading the team and keeping everybody aligned. He also said that he's just super excited to start camp. I did say that, he had a little time to spend with his family. He said, I've had some time to just hang out, which was great, but every day I still urge to see these guys. He said, they're like my kids. I have 2 kids. I got a 4-year-old and a 2-year-old. I have 138 players here, and to me every day it's a blessing that I just get to put my feet on the ground and be the head coach here. And he talked about the expectation. He said, I want to win a lot of football games, but I want to win a lot of championships, and there's going to be some adversity at some point, but so I just asked the fans and the people around to support our players because nobody wants to win more than they do. And lastly, he talked about the criteria for the quarterback for Michigan. He said he will take care of the football, he will be a team player, he'll be a playmaker, but he'll put winning first. That's perfectly said of what the criteria will be for Michigan's starting quarterback. And speaking of quarterbacks, offensive coordinator Kirk Campbell also joined on 3 in the Wolverine live at the event as well. He said Jack Tuttle, Davis Warren, Alex Orji, they've been outstanding. So is the rest of the room. He said they've come with the intent to be better every single day, compete to win the starting job. They're all up for the challenge. And he also said that they're not selfish but selfless. Also talking about Alex Orji, whether or not he wins the starting quarterback job, he said he's still going to be out there. So when you look at an offense, you've got to look at your players first, what they do best. Alex is one of the best 11 players on offense. Is he going to be the quarterback or the best quarterback? I don't know. That has yet to be determined. But yes, he's going to have to touch the football. He said we've got to make sure that he has a part of this offense. He also said that we've got so many playmakers on offense. We've just got to make sure we utilize them in the right manner, and that's being creative in the packaging, and it's being intentional in fall camp, giving them the opportunity to go do that. So it sounds pretty pleasing. Michigan's offense, I think, should surprise a lot of people this season, and I'm excited to see what Kirk Campbell has in store. As he said before that he is going to use the players that he has in their strengths on offense, and There's a lot of players, a lot of playmakers. So yeah, I can't wait to see what he's got in store. Sherrone Moore also talked 2-on-3 in the Wolverine at the event as well on the possibility of coming back from his injury and playing. He said it's a goal for sure. I'm not really pushing for it, but I want to push for it. He said if my knee and my recovery allows me to do it, then I'll do it. But he did say that I just want to still be impactful to this team in my own way, even if I can't be on the field. He also talked about breakout players, and he mentioned Jair Hill and Zeke Berry, also Jaden McBurrows. He said you saw a little bit of J-Mac last year, but he's going to come in and get his stuff. Also, he said Jair Hill, long, he's fast, he's sneaky fast. You wouldn't think he's fast, but he just knows how to play corner. As far as the offensive side, he listed Kalel Mullings, Frederick Moore, Alex Orji, and Tyler Morris, of course, who should be the leading receiver for Michigan, along with obviously Samaj Morgan. And he also mentioned Jayshawn Barham. Obviously, he's gotten a lot of praise from coaches and everybody. And just going back to what Kirk Campbell said, a lot of playmakers on this team, a lot of players that are selfless and not selfish and just want to win as a team. That's obviously been the culture at Michigan recently and has been the culture ever since Bo Schembechler said the team, the team, the team. And I do want to start this second half of the video talking about recruiting for Michigan. Obviously, they got a big barbecue at the Big House event coming up, which is this weekend. One of the biggest recruits that'll be there is the 2025 5-star wide receiver Jerome Myles. He is an Ole Miss decommit. Right now, the biggest threat is the in-state school of Utah, and according to AJ Howland of the Wolverine, Michigan is preparing to roll out the red carpet. He also did say that Myles may not make a decision until deep into the fall, which obviously could favor Michigan, giving them more time to get him. And Michigan, along with Utah, Penn State, LSU, Texas A&M, and USC are also in the mix. It's going to be a big visit for Michigan. Obviously, Michigan already lost out on the 5-star wide receiver Derek Meadows. He actually committed to LSU over Notre Dame and Michigan. Now, Michigan, they have the wide receivers Jacob Washington and Philip Wright committed right now. They're also going after Andrew Marsh, the 4-star top 100 receiver, who currently they lead for right now. He will also be in for a visit during the barbecue at the Big House. Man, who knows, maybe Michigan could potentially finish things off with Andrew Marsh while on his visit. Obviously, he is expected to announce in August, but I'm sure Michigan may be pushing for him to commit and potentially shut things down, but he will probably still announce in August in honor for his dad. Another big 2025 recruit is Jaden Sanders, the 4-star cornerback. Michigan currently leads in that recruitment. I'm sure Michigan will probably try to close with him as well while he's up there in Ann Arbor for the barbecue at the Big House. Now, Michigan is also going after 2 potential flip cornerbacks out of the Texas A&M cornerback commit Adonis Curry and also Auburn 4-star cornerback commit Donovan Starr. They both won't be in for the barbecue at the Big House, unfortunately, but again, right now, Jaden Sanders, a big target for the Wolverines because they don't have any cornerback commits right now in the 2025 class. Now, Michigan, they have a ton of 2026 targets coming in for a visit. Also put together a pretty good 2027 list as well. But one of the big things about the barbecue at the Big House is Michigan is going to have a lot of their 2025 commits coming in, and they'll be obviously trying to recruit others to come to Michigan, and having both quarterback commits in the 2025 class and 2026 class out of Carter Smith and Brady Hart is absolutely huge for Michigan, especially Brady Hart in the 2026 class. We've talked about it before. You know, he's already mentioned that he plans to have a top 5 recruiting class here. So it's going to be a huge weekend this weekend for Michigan. We'll obviously be covering it, you know, how some visits go after it on this channel. But yeah, it's kind of got, you know, a little bit of everything. Got a few 2025 targets that Michigan is still going after, a huge, and I mean huge, 2026 list with tons of top 100 players in it, and a pretty good list of 2027 targets as well. So gonna be a busy recruiting weekend in Ann Arbor this weekend at the barbecue at the Big House. But with that, that's gonna wrap up today's video. Hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, make sure you guys go ahead, drop a like, comment down below, and subscribe for more if you are new around here. I greatly really appreciate it. Other than that, we will see you guys in the next video. Go Blue.